Okay, this is Thrustmaster's brand new Evo system, and it could be the must-have wheel accessory system for any Thrustmaster sim racer. Like, with this system, if you decide to get everything, you're covered for disc-shaped racing like road cars, you're covered for GT cars, maybe Formula, and you're covered for drifting and rallying, theoretically. But there are some small differences here that I found between these rims, having used them, and also there's some quirks, some things I like, some things I don't like. As always, I'm going to be completely honest with you and just let you know there's some things I made mistakes in when I built these. I'm sure Thrustmaster will be shocked that anyone could make such mistakes, but I did it, which shows it's not completely idiot-proof. So, this is brand new from Thrustmaster. This is the Evo system. It comprises of a hub, which you can see here, like basically on the back. That's all the hub stuff. And also poking through here, these buttons. And rims. Okay, so you see the rims on the front. Another rim. Another rim. Okay, pricing. The hub is going for about $199. The rims are going for about $90. I think this one is $10 cheaper, which means all in you're looking at about $290, just shy of $300. And that's pretty crazy because Logitech's hub system, the hub comes in at about $150. That's for the PC version, but it does work on PlayStation if you've got the right base. And the rims are about $80. So that comes to, if my maths is correct, about $230. Maybe a bit less actually. With Logitech, I have my discount code Kireth, it takes off 10%. With Thrustmaster, I have my creator code Kireth discount. So all the links are in the description. If you decide to buy anything in sim racing, please use my links. If you think I've helped you out, it really helps me out. So the value proposition is more expensive than Logitech's, which is interesting because Thrustmaster has been able to undercut Logitech in a lot of areas, like the cost of the T598 bundle is cheaper than Logitech's RS50, for example. They haven't cut corners here in terms of the quality of the rims, I would say. The quality of the rims probably feel, maybe a little, it's very similar to Logitech. They're certainly not worse. I think it's going to be a bit subjective. These are like pleather. This is like some perforated one. You can see that it's got like the accented stitching as well. It's got this brushed aluminium faceplate. There are some subtle differences on the grips I'm going to get into that I think are really important if you think about performance. But overall, the rims, I can't really fault them. I would say it does feel like I can bend them slightly, or maybe I'm over-exaggerating my strength. Maybe it's the grips around it moving or something. It does feel like there's a bit of give in it, but trust me, that's not going to be a problem when you put it on T598 because the weak point is going to be the quick release, not the rims. That's not a problem. So the rims, pretty good quality for the price, I would say. Now, astonishingly, I managed to put this on initially on the wrong way around. That's the front, so that's the back. That's the front. So yeah, this is meant to be a contact point for a spring on the inside, and also all the bolts are conical, and it's conical this side. But in my rush and excitement, I saw bolts, I saw holes, I put it in. So you can get that wrong, just to let you know. The hub itself also, it doesn't come with a quick release installed. You get 2 quick releases in the box. These are all review units provided by Thrustmaster, but I've been given boxed versions like they'll come off the shelf. I put on the T598 one. Now, importantly, when I first started using this, I didn't even update it on the PC. Thrustmaster did say, please update it, but I thought, you know, so many people are going to buy this for PlayStation, they're not going to have a PC in early access, I want to see whether it works straight away. In fact, I was so excited, I bolted on the quick release, and even before I put a rim on, I started driving. So I attached the shifters, if I remember, and I started driving it with just the hub and the shifters, and it does work. It's pretty crazy, but it does work. It's not very comfortable because your palms of your hands keep hitting these buttons here, so you can keep like changing the camera and stuff. But you could just see how excited I was to use this stuff, and I think it is going to be. These are sort of Thrustmaster box products in sim racing are kind of like Christmas Day products in my mind. Like they're under the Christmas tree wrapped. You unwrap it. Oh my god, I got the latest Thrustmaster rim. Thank you. And you just want to put it on straight away. They're not like ultra high end, like take a few days to get it working. In my opinion, that's how I view it. So the shifters, by the way, come with the rims, which is very interesting. So that's different to the Logitech system where the shifters are pre-installed on the hub. Here, there's no shifters pre-installed in the hub. They come with the rims. These are the shifters for both the D-shaped one and the track. What I'm calling the track one is technically called the 31U. I'm just going to call it track. This is the 31D, and this is a 32R. The 32R comes with longer shifters, just so you know, and you have to install them here. It's not super quick. It's not super easy to understand in the manual which way around they go. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if people put these on the wrong way around, but whatever floats your boat. And worth noting, when it comes to updating the hub, which I have done, I have updated it after I was using it. You have to take the quick release off. There's a USB-C port, just plug that into your PC. It updates, there was no drama for me. So then you've got your hub assembled and you just screw onto the front the rims. As I said, I managed to do this one the wrong way around, which you'll notice because the conical bolts won't sit nicely. But there's just 6 bolts here, and then there's 4 bolts here, you can see. So you've got 10 bolts in total. Super quick to do. I actually swapped rims with this on my T598. So I know you're not really meant to do this probably, but I put it on my T598, unscrewed it, left the hub on the base, and screwed on the new one. Probably takes about 5 minutes. So you probably could do it in between races. If you've got an electric Torx screwdriver, because they use Torx bolts, then you'll do it even quicker. So once it's assembled, what did I think of them? But long story short, I really like these. These are very, very, very nice. I assumed my favourite one would be this one, the track-shaped one, and it is super nice. Now, one of the reasons it's super nice, look how much coverage there is on the area where your thumbs sit. Can you see? There's so much coverage. So it's not like the wheels I see these days, like the Fantech Porsche VGT or the MOZA Porsche Vision. There's a bit of a theme there, where you end up sitting on metal or close to metal. Here, there's a ton of space, and it's perforated. It's kind of like, it's nice to hold. Like, this is a really nice, feels like it could be an endurance rim, but I don't know, I haven't used it long enough, but it just feels super comfortable. Originally, I wasn't a fan of this shape years ago, but when Logitech came out with their one, I got used to it, and it's absolutely fine for me. So this is really nice. I like it, and for some reason, it's $10 cheaper than the other ones. However, this is my favourite. I really like this. I like this way more than I should. With one caveat I'm going to let you know about, but I like this way more than I should. It also has really good coverage on the thumb area, you can see. Super nice coverage. I like the fact that it feels like a GT wheel when I'm holding it, but also I've got this space as well if I need it. It just feels super, super, super nice. This is my favourite one, just slightly edges the 31U for me. The round wheel, I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping I was really going to like the round wheel, because I really want to just have a wheel that I can use for rallying and everything. It's small margins. Like, it's not a bad rim, I want to make that clear. Small margins. Firstly, I feel like the way that this is applied together, you can see the stitching, but then I don't know if you see on camera, there's some like lines that continue. Very, very, very small. Not a big deal for anyone. But there's, for me, enough of less coverage where your thumbs sit that it starts to get a little bit like close to being uncomfortable. Small margins, especially on a round rim where you're going to be moving your thumbs around a bit more. It's really important when they do sit where they sit. But if I compare it to 31U, can you see there's just a bit more coverage in the 31U on the grip area? It's hurting my head doing this. Oh my god. Whereas on you can see where the ridging is, it's just a bit less. I think it might also be easier if I compare it on the track wheel. 31U. Can you see the difference in coverage there? Like quite a bit less on the round wheel. So it's a little bit of a shame because I was hoping there'd be more coverage. I think the MOZA CS Pro is also the same, where it gets very cluttered here. But it's a round wheel. It's super nice to have a nice round wheel. Much better quality than the bundled T598 rim. All of these are much better quality. Okay, so on the one hand, I feel like I'm kind of answering the question, which is, are they the ultimate, like, you know, ecosystem of wheels for any T598 user? Partly yes. Would I recommend getting all 3 rims? No. But I do think that these two are maybe more interchangeable than they look. So I would, if you are going to get multiple, I'd get one of these and the circular rim. Now, here's where things get a little bit confusing, right? So this is about $289. Make sure to try my affiliate code Kireth discount. Sometimes it gives a discount, sometimes it doesn't. It's up to Thrustmaster. In any event, it's my creator code, so I think it gives me commission. This is the big elephant in the room. This is $199. No, this is $299. £199, $299. I was like, whoa, that's even bigger than I thought. $299. Okay, $289. Well, the ultimate present for any Gran Turismo fan on PlayStation is going to be the GT wheel. I feel like this wheel punches a little bit higher than $299, in my opinion. It's got the big Gran Turismo logo, it's got GT exclusive functionality, it's got the little joysticks that work as a mouse in Gran Turismo. The area where it clearly falls short, by the way, is the shifters. The shifters are much better on the Evo system. See, really nice magnetic shifters. I think these are, I compared these to Logitech ones. I think these are slightly better than the Logitech ones as well, which are also magnetic, but I just prefer these ones. I don't like the shifters on the GT wheel. But other than that, this is a really nice form factor wheel. It's a little bit smaller, which helps with the T598 as well. It doesn't make it feel overpowered. It's Gran Turismo licensed. It's got the PlayStation face buttons. So given that these are like pretty much the same price, you know, if you want one wheel, then I think the GT wheel is going to be cooler for most people. That's not to take away from this. I mean, this is good choice from Thrustmaster, and I think they're good products. Let's just bear in mind that the T598, although my review unit hasn't had any disconnect issues, I've reported on disconnect issues because so many people in the community have said they've had it. The load cells, I haven't had any issues with calibrating my load cells, the race on load cells. Some people are now saying they have difficulty calibrating them. So there's always, Thrustmaster tend to sell so much stuff when it's available that you get a lot of feedback in the community, and I will relay that, and you'll see in the comments. If you're watching this video, you know, a couple of weeks after this video's come published, you'll see in the comments people's opinions on what they think of having bought these. But if there's no kind of like long-term issues with these, which I struggle to see what there could be, unless the stitching comes off or stuff like that, but I don't have any reason to believe that's the case. I think they're just good additions to the Thrustmaster ecosystem. However, this is what I think Thrustmaster need to do. Okay, this puts Thrustmaster on par, let's say, with Logitech, albeit slightly more expensive. Like I said, especially with my Logitech discount code. I think Thrustmaster, they got to make sure that you guys get a discount code as well to match Logitech. That's what I would say. This is what they need to do, right? This is the SF1000. It's about to be replaced by the SF25. It's got this screen in it, okay? This screen works on Gran Turismo. It's such a exclusive factor for Thrustmaster. Fanatec has nothing like this. Logitech has nothing like this. If they can bring this screen into the hub system or a smaller version, then they're doing something that Fanatec and Logitech can't do. So I like the Evo system. I think it's a good addition. I think it strengthens the ecosystem. I think it's a much better rim than the bundled T598 rim. I think it's not overpriced at $289, albeit it's not super cheap. However, given the hypercar wheel is like $399, I think it's better value than the hypercar wheel. What I want to see them do next is add a screen to a hub. That can be a little bit more premium, but I feel like for Thrustmaster users that could be absolutely fantastic, given that they have the technology already and it works in Gran Turismo 7. So please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment if you find this video helpful. I've really enjoyed reviewing these products. I'm going to keep this one, I think, as my preferred one that you'll see me using on the T598. And forgot to mention that I really like the rev bar as well. That's quite nice. I was playing on XR glasses and I could even see through my XR glasses, which was a nice like augmented reality effect. I hope you found it helpful. If you've got any more questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.